Vodafone cares about you and your health. Through our 255 call center, we have empowered Ghanaians from across the country with our unique phone-in medical consultancy. We also bring you Health Fest, where a trained medical team travel the nation giving free medical treatment. But it all started here on your TV screen with the award-winning television program, Healthline. This week on Healthline, we meet young Charlotte, who just wants to be like any other teenager. And we meet the dedicated team from Operation Smile, who are literally changing the face of Ghana.
Learn what it takes to have a healthy mind and body from your health experts. Let's get the show started. This is Healthline, and I'm here with Papani.
Hi.
Bryce.
Hello, everyone.
Ruth.
Hi.
And I'm Lorraine, and we're here to help you with your health matters. Getting the show started, we join the team on Healthcam.
My name is Shadrach. I'd like to ask what causes stomach ulcer, and also like to find out any medication for ulcer.
Shadrach, the term stomach ulcer is what we usually use to describe a sore in your stomach. Now, normally when you eat food, you swallow, goes through your esophagus, gets into your stomach. Your stomach produces an amount of acid that acts on the food, helps it break down in the process of digestion. Now, this acid is extremely corrosive. That means it can actually burn. If I was to take some of that acid and put it on your skin, it could easily burn you. So why doesn't the stomach get burnt? The inner lining of your stomach as well has a protective layer which prevents the acid from affecting the stomach tissue itself. If the acid production is high, now your stomach can't contain the amount of acid that's being produced, and this could cause a sore or an ulcer to form in your stomach. Also, if the lining is not strong enough, even a normal amount of acid that's produced by the stomach could cause it to get burnt at a certain point, and that is what we could actually call a stomach ulcer.
You know, Shadrach, it's also usually said that stress and even spicy food can cause an ulcer, but that's not true. It's actually a myth. But there are certain things that put you at risk of developing a peptic ulcer. This is taking alcohol and smoking. So these two things alter the mucous lining of the stomach, which is actually a protective covering against the acid. Now, people who abuse drugs like NSAIDs, the NSAID categories are the aspirins, the brufen, the diclofenacs. If you take a lot of these, especially when it's not prescribed by a doctor, you also destroy this mucous lining and predispose yourself to peptic ulcer. But nevertheless, there's treatment for peptic ulcer. It's nothing to be too frightened about. There are things we call PPIs, or proton pump inhibitors, which are given to reduce the acidity in your stomach and prevent such an occurrence.
She wants a life like any 18-year-old. All she desires is to fit in. Charlotte speaks to the team.
Charlotte suffers from a condition known as neurofibromatosis. What it means is that there's some abnormality in the cells in the nervous system, so that you have nervous tissue growing abnormally. They develop all these sort of swellings within nervous tissue. So some of it can occur in the brain, around the spinal cord, or any of the nerves that go around the body. Some of the swellings can grow to become very big, like in Charlotte's case. But most of it is due to an abnormality in their genes, so it's something that can be passed on from generation to generation.
Charlotte comes from Gravel Yard, Western Region, but is currently staying at a hostel at Kolebu to be close to her doctor.
Me did Zimbabwe Charlotte. Me did 18. Me papa net to Gravia. Me niano. Omoya 7. Omoya kuyajuma our Western Region Gravia. Mama free me. Papa na him sa. Baby she send me. Man found by me 90 and the by. My son, no, who say baby sim hop second. No medical hospital, me, we feel hospital by me, try neck as neck as the princess. Many or her neck a coming, or near Bruce, who are having to mend that. Minion, Bommy, I'm a fine, but Bakubi room, or so any minama, no fairy, into meaning 90. Or cast I am here. To me, my time say, well, Hannah, you are home, I could say, baby, no music. Because school graveyard, me just one.
Charlotte's teacher, Ebenezer, has come to Accra with Charlotte as her family are unable to leave the farm.
I did who Charlotte and fear and 9 years. The choir and I'm so I'm the who, ya demi call some in Cochradian. Got torn on which me said, Timbiano, no qua a tibaby, and no qua at tin home, a film color animal tibaby, tea, who say, as a summit ban on a maybe Sunday tia, and non quiana, what tin home. To be ban on I may be sad and not just a near no a yen yan tea. A yarn and now for 4 no, a sereno. Intina yana watene ho akotena ba bisa nti hono na mdesha asese se me penasem ama watimi aba school no ayesa e beduru ba bi no betimi agya school no na nam ho ma de penasem pa eninu ehunade na ba kono na ehunade pa ba kono de nam sa ade na akata so nti ama na ntimi fe ehunade kora. This all class and I would try to say, Trayano, a could di right hand side na, Ayana, just or done in a near sana with me. One of the Aya to me to think a crank a crowd over here. Now I tried the wrong thing.
Manino, somewhere, almost just somewhere in a patient. Now, a patient here at a cannon. But Papa so only oye queer juma. Many so much to me, no me come croma. Me say by Hamsa, and that's in Bear Bassa.
See, I'm a boy, need me your operation manual, my name is Papa. And the Japa, he said the knuckle baby and me ever brave. Many in our jail.
Mr. Say, Menino, Obi Biara, Obi Hum and Bobo Bia, no wait my menina, and probably me depa.
The following scenes contain images that could disturb sensitive viewers. Viewer discretion is advised. Vodafone stepped in to help Charlotte and provide the life-changing surgery she needs.
Yes, this is a condition that is controlled because, as I said, it's something that is inherited, so it's in the genetic makeup of the person. When you get these abnormal growths occurring, surgery is used to control them. But it is not 100% cure. For some people, they're lucky enough, when the surgery is done, it doesn't come back. But there's always a potential for it to grow back because, as I said, it's something that is inherited, it's a genetic condition, and it has various ways of manifesting. This surgery that we're going to do is to try and reduce the bulk to the barest minimum so that we can restore the symmetry of her face. We're going to plan our incision such that it will fall within one of the lines in the forehead so that the scar doesn't become very obvious or very problematic. And then what we're going to do is that we're going to try and remove all the excess tissue. So we're going to remove all that.
Vodafone would like to thank the staff at Kolebu Teaching Hospital for all they have done for Charlotte. After recovering from the surgery, Charlotte was ready to go home.
Let him say, Vodafone for your mommy, no why no moya mammy, me help me cut a many balcony, me her balcony, balcony catasna, mehu first na mehu. Jabaka chevada for senya me shira omo ma duma nko so pa. Mani agye pa.
Experience Ghana's fastest 3G plus network. It's never felt this good.
You people think this is funny, eh?
Vodafone, power to you.
Parents, let's share some practical advice for the healthy growth of your kids. On Kids Corner this week, we talk about impetigo.
Big word, but it simply means bacterial skin infection. It's a very, very, very common bacterial skin infection.
You know what we call it in Chi?
What do you call it?
In toes, Saba.
In toes.
You see, seed of tomatoes.
It's good they're describing it that way because what it means is that it looks like that. It's normally a reddish lesion, the little ulcers that form. They start off usually around the face, around the mouth area, that eventually will rupture and then they'll form these little yellow crust, like golden yellow things that look like tomato seeds on the child's face. It's extremely contagious. So the thing is, even if you see it on the child's face, it could actually just spread onto the other parts of the child's body as well.
It is caused by an organism we call staph. If you've heard anything about that guy, you know he should be somebody you should keep away from. Now, if it's localized, we're fine, but staph always has the tendency to spread beyond the skin, and that is when impetigo can become dangerous. So usually, when impetigo is on the skin and is limited, treatment is not too difficult. There's a cream that we recommend, and basically it just works on the skin. Most parents are worried about antibiotics being started when the child is so young. Yes, and I agree. So most of the time, the treatment will be topical. The only time we go beyond topical is if it's so widespread that just rubbing it is not going to do the trick.
Particularly in our rainy seasons, you notice that clothes don't get dry because the sun doesn't really shine bright enough for the clothes to dry up. So the moisture in the clothes would also facilitate the growth of the bacteria. In conditions like this, we advise parents to iron the clothes to kind of just heat it up and then get rid of any bacteria that might be lurking in the clothes. When it comes to your health, you can't compromise on the truth. Time for Mythbusters. We have an audience question.
Hello doctors, I've heard that when you have Ananse that travels and meets at any part of the body, you will die. How true is that?
That's new. I think I've never heard that one before.
It's actually quite common in Akan.
Oh, okay. You know, what we call Ananse, okay, or popularly what we call shingles, it's caused by a virus. It's the same virus that causes chickenpox. If you've had chickenpox before, you are at risk of having shingles later in life. What happens when you get chickenpox is, you know, it runs its course and then you have lesions going away. But that virus can stay dormant, so it kind of travels to your nervous system and then decides to lie low and wait. And it's waiting for a time in your life where your immunity is going to go down. When that happens, this virus suddenly becomes powerful and then it comes back. And you'll always notice that it has a pattern, like it's in a straight line somewhere, normally on the torso. It can happen around the eye too, but where that nerve feeds is usually where you have a spread of the rash. And it's a very painful rash. The main symptom is the pain. Thing is, in treating it, all we do is, if you come early, we can give you antiviral medications to reduce how much pain you get and how the rash forms and how long it takes to get away. But I've never heard of lesion meeting and then you dying afterwards.
It's completely untrue and it's a myth.
The following segment contains material of an adult nature. Viewer discretion is advised.
Time for sex talk.
Ruth from Afenya sends us an SMS. It says, is there a difference between squirting and orgasm? My friend says when she has an orgasm, she squirts a lot of fluid.
Now, normally during intercourse, there are two kinds of fluids that could be potentially released. The first one is the fluid that's released that lines up the vagina and makes it moist, ready to accommodate the male penis. And then the second one is a urethral discharge. Now, you see, it comes out through the urethra, so it kind of feels like a woman is peeing, but it's not urine. So in some people, when they actually have an orgasm, or just about the time they will be having an orgasm, there is a release of this fluid, and it varies from woman to woman. The quantities can be very minimal, so nobody ever notices, to quite a substantial amount. Those whose release is a lot, should I say, are the ones who you actually see squirting, because it comes out in a jet stream fashion. And that's why people term that squirting.
That's not an orgasm?
No, so that's not an orgasm.
But it can be associated with
it. It can be associated
All
with
right.
it.
Healthline returns after this break.
Charlie, how they come? Hey. Oh, yeah.
Hello, where they?
Charlie, come outside.
Macho won't finish me today.
Oh, those small puppies.
Let me talk to them. Macho, go.
Experience and network with the best voice clarity.
Vodafone, power to you.
Our team in the field is in Cape Coast this week. Let's join them.
Operation Smile is one of the largest child welfare organizations that provides free surgeries for children who are born with clefts. In fact, every 3 minutes, somewhere in the world, a child is born with a cleft lip or a cleft palate deformity. A quarter of the world's population lacks access to basic surgical care. And so this has created a huge backlog of people with these deformities who are in need of surgery. And you know, it makes a huge difference in their lives. So Operation Smile is one of the main organizations in the world that is now helping to fill that gap. When a child is born with a cleft lip and a cleft palate, in this part of the world, in Africa, there's a big social stigma. There's so many negative implications when a family has a child that is born with a cleft. So especially in very rural areas, some of these children are either left to die or they are neglected. Sometimes it causes separation within families. These children, of course, will also have a psychological problem. They are, outcast, they are ridiculed, etc. And they have feeding problems. So these children don't feed very well, and they lose weight, they don't grow very well, and they succumb to all these ordinary diseases and infections that are all over the place. And then the other thing is that they also develop speech problems, because with the absence of a normal palate, they are not able to vocalize properly, and this affects communication. They're also prone to having hearing problems, and then they also develop infections in the ears, and this also worsens their speech. By and large, you can see that a child who is born with cleft go through a lot of challenges. And so organizations such as Operation Smile play a very important role in making sure that these children are given their lives back.
One such child is Oko, who is here with his mother.
Victoria, Oko, Ibini. She Beni Yemusuni Fole, Fokule Kumiame Yenu, Mokome Feyu, Mokome Fenu, Nimoni Fenu, Beni Balene, you are near Balena, Moninke Fo, Nay Atele, Lumia Yashama, you are not telling nearby, Nega Menele Jile Bini, Shimonia Papa Lebi, Nieke, a neighbor, near who ate the new Ega neighbor, near the Evadon, 11 years, Wama. About evacuate can be a man. Near him when harm, a helper may scam at Alim, Yam and near him, Yam and nothing. Now I'm going your woman commit to qua. Of an Oquay school, and I a real way day, Kate, any a real mam, dear Jan, no near real. ke otula ke ya ni ke ba den jame nu ne ni wi ke ka hwe le ke ba.
One of the positive things about having people undergo surgery in a group is that there's this sort of peer support that goes on, because people think that it is only they who are going through this challenge. But then when they come and meet other parents, there's this sort of peer counseling that goes on. They tell them about their experience, they share ideas together, and they sort of help them to understand what to expect. I think it is more authentic for them when they hear it from one of their own.
Another hopeful child is Matilda, who is here with her aunt.
Wacha Matilda, oba tan my father by a bosom a cronafa. Anya for baby I basa basa. Oya for baby or pa or so. Matilda oko school I was thrown. Yo, if you're an employer, my foreman was thrown. Matilda or horn. And see what could obey an impo. Oya neda.
Because I'm young of us. I am from dog. I had a catch and the man of an Kakacham, Madam.
Nay, and again, Namoko Nika show. Shinke Kameshan Wajile, walk in Modrum on it, a fairly fit the moon. Back with Banamokoni, you can have a no mere bed, then when I miss him, when I miss it. And often woman shall worry.
Matilda, when operation or by midday, because I am Kofuna, that you are with Sister Bay, Nani, and I for me, so and I am more. There, I would globe. Tis I'm at the wire by madam. I wish I feel now by a beard because he be me near bush, apart from one on cotton.
Don't come away and on your bed. The uncle for one soon, you're in the dark.
For me, it is fulfilling that I'm able to play a part in getting this very needed surgical help to my kith and kin.
Operation Smile is proudly supported by Vodafone.
Aquaba. Auntie Victoria, Ayoko, Obile, Diana Yafi,
of an 11 years.
Then I feel operation and a for ne, Coque, Tenny Alete.
First, Eviana, Lebiana, Nakano.
Winton no came in Bonibiana no Nale.
Bian no me first year na boy a near you, the Brazil Bian and Mohan, a real near your feel the first year.
Jonah gave for
whom Finaka. Oh, that's okay.
Oko, I bet me a struggle. Straight out vision. Smile, wide one. Beautiful. And take care. It's a side bend away home. Matilda Nabrabum from the time I yes operation man.
Cheddar first, no. Nanka, uncle forward the canna. Una one day. The CCRD. Yami adoma operation smile wabaye yidi. Ama ihun dan so sua abam. Ebi ehun na ofale.
Auntie Matilda, it is saying, wonderful. What's our wife pa? It is Srinameshe. Srikesia pa. Wonderful, beautiful. Auntie Kiani, Auntie Vic. Vodafone for sale money say operation smile no. Omo ashejuma pa asepa. Na say almost some person mo to aso. There's almost mwaya omo dey mamuni say ebeboa nkwala no. Ati ase na wenya hoden kama. Enti we dey Vodafone for na say yen fama mo.
Yeah, da Vodafone for
kwasi. Na me show.
Minda operations man be me family. Aka nyu modro mo aka me fita wo. Ni amena wo mo bo ni amba fe na me awo. Ni wo bile me amenye mba nya wo. Wadam in that machine. You know, you have to have me.
If you have been moved by the stories or issues you've seen on Healthline, you can donate 1 Ghana cedi by texting GIVE to 133. If you want to donate more than 1 Ghana cedi, please dial *133# and follow the prompts. Next week on Healthline, we meet a dedicated medical journalist and catch up with Faustina a year after her life-saving surgery.
Vodafone, power to you.